Hey guys, how you doing? Doing a Christmas Eve overnighter. 64 degrees today, I think the high was. And tonight's supposed to get to 46. That's December in Kansas. Hey, that's great. I thought, hey, great time to go to the woods. So that's what I'm doing. Just doing a Christmas Eve overnighter. Got some deer loin here. They're still a little froze, so I'm trying to thaw them out a little bit more. Not completely froze. Got the camp all set up. Be hanging out just overnight doing a again, basic overnighter, not a lot of bushcrafting, just getting out in the woods. Guys, I'm going to show you a little bit of my setup on my sleeping arrangements. All right, got the hammock all set up there. Somewhere over there, you see where it's at. Got the hammock all set up. If you're asking what I'm using, I'm not using the Walmart two-person mosquito or bug net that I usually use, or the two-person, again, Walmart equip hammock. This is just a no-name hammock I picked up years ago, so I don't even remember what the name of it was. And of course, I got the Snug Pack under quilt, under blanket, whatever you want to call it, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Anyway, I've got that underneath. Getting ready to set up the tarp, I think. Not sure yet. Beautiful. It's only going to be 46, 47 degrees tonight. On Christmas Eve in Kansas, hey, you can't beat that. So I may just leave the tarp off to enjoy. But then again, I may end up setting it up just in case to keep the heat in. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure that out before the night's over, before it gets too dark. Anyway, I'm going to get to setting up the rest of camp. Hope you stick around with me. Over, 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 come under, and back through. Press it up. Not quite in camera shot, but you got the idea. Alright, got the porch all set up, ready to go around and hook up the back. Did not cut this green piece of wood down, it was laying by the fire pit, so that's what I used. Try not to cut any more green down than you need to. Got this side tied off, let's go do the back. Alright, there's my sleeping arrangements for the night. I've got my snug pack underneath the hammock. I have the Static V insulated mattress or pad, whatever you want to call it, inflatable. Around that I have my poncho liner. I'm using a Costco down quilt as a throwover, or a blanket if you would. Skeeter Snails, thank you for, I still have that. Thank you for letting me borrow that. I need to get that back to you. But I'm also carrying a wool blanket, which I'm going to have just in case it gets cold. I'm going to throw over. My main thing tonight is to try sleeping without a sleeping bag and try more of the quilt and see if I like that better than a sleeping bag. And with it only getting down to about 46 tonight, I think that'd be a good time to try it out. I'm going to go grab that wool blanket. Yeah, the steaks are cooking up nice there. Looking pretty darn good. I don't know if you can see them, get pretty dark. Yeah, pull that aluminum foil back. Wind's picking up just a little bit. But yeah, they're looking pretty dang good. Heck of a time to remember I didn't bring a plate. And I didn't realize there was 2 steaks in there. Thought it was just one when I first opened it. But oh well. Ought to be pretty dang good. Good shot of the night sky just before it sun goes totally down. So beautiful and peaceful out here. Good time to reflect on what this day and what this season is. So beautiful. Man, guys, I hope you can see me off that glare. That Lucy light's one heck of a little light. I like that. I don't know why I didn't get one earlier. That's a pretty handy little thing there. It smashes up nice and small, fits in your pack easy. Picked that up at Walmart today on my way out here. I think I paid like 15 something for it. 14, 15. Heck, I don't know why I hadn't picked one up earlier. I mean, that's pretty bright right out of the box. Hadn't even had any real sun on it yet. Pretty cool. But anyway, I'm just kind of kicking back, enjoying the evening. It's had my steaks. Oh man, them steaks rocked. That had to be the best deer steak I ever had. Did a little hiking earlier and ended up hiking back towards the vehicle, and I'm the only one in the camp. It's kind of a weird feeling. There's nobody up at the main camp area, and there's no vehicles, so that means there's nobody in the hike-in area either. So, pretty weird feeling having this whole area to myself. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Again, checking one of them Lucy lights. Pretty cool little light. I don't think you can go wrong with them. I like that. I may sleep with the light on tonight. Yeah, probably not. But anyway, see you guys in the morning. It's about 12:58. Probably the last hour or so, this wind has picked up like crazy. Before I went to bed, I dropped the sides down and closed in the one end of the tarp. But it has gotten really windy. But I've been tucked way down inside here, and with the snug pack and everything, I've been pretty decently warm. Not sure what the temperature is, but it's just gotten cooler. But that wind is something else. It's gotten really windy. I'm going to turn you around and show you the other end of the tarp. I don't know if you can see. I end up closing it off and dropping the sides in. You probably couldn't see that, but like I said, it's gotten pretty windy. It's not too bad right this minute, but I'm going to shut this off and I'm going to curl back down inside this down sleep, or not sleeping bag, but down blanket, and go back to sleep again. A couple times that tarp was flapping and kind of had me worried, hoping they didn't come loose. I really didn't want to get up and fix it. But I think they're tied down pretty tight. I'm going back to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, good morning guys. How you doing? Hope you slept well. I didn't sleep too bad last night. Stayed fairly warm. It was in the 50s most of the night, like low 50s, and about midnight it got really windy, and I'd say 2 or 3 in the morning, the temperature dropped, but it wasn't bad. I stayed fairly warm. The Costco blanket did really good. I was surprised by that. I had little issues with my, I haven't had coffee yet, so you have to excuse me here. Not quite awake yet. Maybe I ought to stop and have that coffee. Anyway, my sleeping mat, the Static V, for some reason was really uncomfortable. I ended up kicking it out of the hammock. Well, first I let some air out of it, tried it a couple times with, let some air out and let some more air out. That seemed to help a little bit, but it just seems like I kept rolling off from it. I couldn't find, it just wasn't comfortable. So I ended up kicking it out, and the Snug Pack kept me pretty warm, underneath, and the Costco blanket over. The night, like I said, was really warm. They dropped it down into the 40s later on in the morning. I slept through a good chunk of it. I woke up, probably 7 o'clock this morning, and I usually don't do that. I'm usually up all night long. And so I slept pretty decent. About 7:30, it got a little cool where I didn't have the mat underneath me, the Climate V, Static V. It's the insulated pad, and like I said, I didn't have it under me, so I got some cold spots, and I did reach down. I had the wool blanket laying on the ground down below me. I reached down, threw that over me. Probably shouldn't have thrown it over the down, but who cares? I was warm. Slept pretty good, and I think it's probably 8:30-ish now, 8:45. I got up and decided to get some breakfast going, and yeah, it's just coffee, Tarp ramen, and I got some Vienna sausages over there. I'm not cooking those; they're just sitting on the edge of the grate there. But I'm gonna get those done, and by the way, Merry Christmas! I hope you guys are having a very, very Merry Christmas today. But I'm going to get off here and finish up my breakfast, pack up the camp a little bit more, and I want to tell you a few things that I learned last night. All right, well, set that right over there. I've decided my top ramens, I'm going to add, I've got about 3 Vienna sausages that I cut up, and I'm going to put those in with the ramen. Now, Tack, my friend Tack over there at AOK Foraging Adventures, asked a question on Facebook after our last outing, because I like my ramens dry. She says, how do you like your ramens, dry or soupy? I like mine dry, with just a little bit of water left in them, just enough to mix up the flavoring mix. This time I left just a little bit extra water, just to kind of heat up those sausages a little bit. How do you like your ramens? And I like meat with mine. Vegetables sometimes, but mainly meat. So a little bit of moisture left in there to heat it up. So how do you like your ramens? Why don't you let me know down below? Might have some cool ideas I'd never heard of. Let me know. Oh, smoke! Wind's picking up. Supposed to have 30-mile-an-hour gusts today, but it's supposed to be fairly warm. Christmas breakfast. I really need to invest or look at different options for a easy to carry stool or chair. I don't know that I want anything pre-manufactured to carry, if you know what I mean, like a rigid chair. I still make some out of cordage now and again, but the trees here just weren't the way I wanted them to be to make one, and I wasn't going to be here that long, so I didn't take the time. Yeah, I'll put a link up there to the chair I made out of cordage, but I want to figure out some way of finding a chair that's easy to set up, comfortable to set in, and for us old folks, not hard on the back. Again, if you have any suggestions on stuff like that, let me know. I'll look into them. But then again, nature provides. Thank you. Well, just finished off breakfast. That ramens and Vienna sausage wasn't bad. Pretty good. I think 3 of them was probably just about the right amount. I don't think I would have wanted any more in there. It's pretty good. That and a cup of hot coffee. But anyway, I said I was going to talk about a few things I learned. I had a list of things, but with the wind picking up, it's going to be noisy, so I'm going to kind of cut it short. I know this probably sounds terrible on your end. And 2, I want to get home and spend Christmas with my family. So do these quickly. The number 1 thing I learned, when you set up your tarp, and luckily I did it, set up your tarp, make sure you have it set up in an easy's not the right word, set up in a formation or however you have your hammock or tarp set up so that you can quickly change that tarp if the weather changes on you. Wind direction, extra wind, snow. If you set it up in a way that it's hard to, your knots aren't easily removable, your stakes are, driven really far into, whatever. If you just make sure you can move your tarp quickly and easily in the middle of the night. Trying to hurry and I'm kind of stuttering here. Sorry about that. Number 2 that I learned is that I need a longer hammock. I've been using the Walmart hammocks, and I think they're 9-10 foot, something like that. And I had a no-name hammock, and it's give or take the same length. And I can see that just isn't going to cut it. I need to look at going with a longer, probably 11-foot hammock. I'm not very tall, but I see where the short hammock is just not comfortable the way I want it to be. The other thing I learned is that the Snug Pack underquilt does a pretty good job. I got down to mid 40s I think last night, and I was pretty comfortable. In fact, as I said, I pitched out the underpad, and I didn't get cool until this morning on my back, and still it wasn't bad. So at least I know that I can take that down to the Snug Pack down to that range, and I'm fairly comfortable. I need to work on the mattress pad, and that could be because of the hammock I was using. And oh yeah, the Lucy light. The Lucy light. If you haven't gotten one, get one. Those are darn good little lights. Anyway, so I don't keep yapping on. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for all the support you've shown me. Thank you for the ones that have been here since the beginning, the ones that have come along, on the road here. And I want to especially thank all my new subscribers that I've gained through the year. And wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I all hope you have a very blessed New Year. See you guys later.